Well, Langley City is the place to be.
It's a nice blend between rural and urban.
We're very unique here in British Columbia. We are literally the only one that has this many horses per capita.
Langley is the fastest growing city in southern BC, and all those people are going to need homes.
I'm Leah Bolton.
I'm Dean Atwell.
Fraser Focus, a fresh perspective beyond the bridge.
Hey guys, welcome to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area. Local faces and local places. I'm Leah Bolton.
And I'm Dean Atwell, and this episode is part of a special 5-part series where we highlight various cities across the Fraser region.
That's right, we visited Chilliwack, Mission, Abbotsford, and now we are in beautiful Langley.
Well, welcome to Langley City. We're a very small city, aggressive little city, but we're very interesting little city. We have a multitude of small restaurants and small little shops too, very interesting mom and dad type shops. Many years ago, it was part of the Greater Langley District.
Right.
And this was the hub for merchants. And so when the merchants were bringing in their taxation dollars, they wanted a little bit more spent in the area that where it was generated. So in 1955, the city broke away from the Greater Langley District and became their own little entity. Well, it's a very affordable city. You know, it's got the small town feel, but still with that big town atmosphere as
Right.
well. So we...
And a big retirement community as well.
It's a big retirement.
Why is that?
Empty nesters. The people that want to have a change in life, they're downsizing somewhat. You know, they had a very nice house and now they just want a very nice condominium. The luxury auto mall that's in Langley City is Canada's first and only luxury auto mall. We have a brand new opening coming up.
Why here?
Well,
We have the clientele here for it?
There's the clientele. It's the center of the valley. Hello, Suki.
JoytvBC.
Hey.
How's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Please meet.
Business up here.
I own Sugar on the one-way.
Oh.
And it's a hair removal place.
Oh, okay.
When my sister and I were in discussion about opening, we thought Langley, we just really like it out here, so yeah.
That's good to hear.
There you go. Well, Langley City is the place to be.
You're tuned into Fraser Focus. We're talking about the city of Langley, but what about the township? Let's check it out.
This is where the province of British Columbia was born. So it's a lot of history here, and throughout the township of Langley we have a lot of history. But we also have a lot of new businesses coming in, new families coming in, lots of new residential. And it's a nice blend between history and new, rural, and urban.
We connect. We laugh.
We excel. We enjoy. We cultivate.
We create. We celebrate.
And this place, this is a hot spot here.
Yeah.
This is like...
Wendell's Cafe.
yeah, you can never get in there without like a lineup in this place.
It's iconic, and
Yeah.
you know, Fort Langley has Wendell's and has the new Leyland Cafe across the street, and Blacksmith Bakery, and a lot of really interesting.
And they all
little
have
coffee shops.
stories to them.
They all have stories, and
Like
they're all,
Wendell's Bakery used to be like a fire hall or...
Yeah, they used to have a gas station on this corner.
Yeah.
We are active. We savor.
We are sustainable.
If you were to come to Langley like 100 years ago, what would it look like?
Well, 1873 is when Langley was incorporated as a municipality. Actually, the first municipality, along with the city of Chilliwack, to be incorporated in the new province of British Columbia at the time. Older than the city of Vancouver, by the way. And it's at that time you would have seen a lot of dirt roads. It was kind of a pioneer town, small. Fort Langley had a few businesses here, but that's how we started building Langley, and we were able to build new roads and continue. And this continues today. We continue to build this community. Hi, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Are you from Langley?
I'm White
White Rock?
Ah, it's nice out there too.
Yeah.
I'd rather live out here.
Yeah.
So we learned about the city of Langley and the township of Langley.
You're watching Fraser Focus as a special series on various cities around the Fraser region. We'll be right back.
I think we have the highest density of horse farms for the space that we're in than anywhere in Canada.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus. In 1995, Langley was declared horse capital of British Columbia. With over 5,000 horses and ponies, this area provides many opportunities for a thriving equestrian community.
Well, there's lots of small farms here on Langley. So you can have a horse farm and only have a couple of acres. So I think we have the highest density of horse farms for the space that we're in than anywhere in Canada.
Why do we brush?
They like it, and it keeps them clean, and it stops stuff from getting underneath their equipment and irritating them.
Township has been very helpful to this industry.
Absolutely. Some of our streets that were dead-end streets have been connected with green space, and that's horse-friendly space. And people walk their dogs, ride their bicycles, and we get to ride our horses on those spaces. And of course, here at Campbell Park, we have this beautiful gem of a park that has a really nice 11-kilometer trail around the perimeter of the park for us.
We advocate for horse owners here in Langley and for farmers. You know, sometimes we may be having a hard time getting animals from the SPCA maybe to be on our farms because they tend to be more outdoor animals. We also are advocating for a facility like a fairgrounds here in Langley, and we also advocate for the green spaces.
And I get to do this for a living. All right.
So you get a lot of first-time riders, I bet.
Oh yeah. So step up onto the top there, put your left foot in.
Left foot goes in first, right?
And then up and over, land as gently as you can.
Okay, hold on. And I'm holding on to it, and up we get. Oh.
Well, that wasn't all that gently, but that's okay. All right. So this is what we tell the people. So when you ride, you always want to ride with your heels down. It sounds like a small thing, but that's balance in the saddle. So buying a horse can be expensive or it can be cheap, depending on the horse you get.
Right.
It's keeping the horse that's expensive. So if you have to pay for board, they get shoes about every 6 weeks. They need new shoes. That's $150. You've got to feed them. That varies, but let's say about $150 a month. You have to board them. The cheapest place around here, which would have nothing other than a field, would be about $400, up to easily $1,000 for the nicer barns with the indoor arenas. And if you're going to ride seriously, you need an indoor arena because it rains too much.
And they're living beings as well. I mean, it's you can't just put them out to pasture.
No, and you need to ride them, and you need to keep them fit, and you need to keep their minds interested, and that's hopefully why you got the horse in the first place.
They want to get going here. They want to get going.
Keep your heels down.
Yeah, good call.
You can get off your rental horse, because your own horse, you got to put them away and everything.
Yeah.
And in 45 minutes, you're downtown again.
Beautiful.
You smell a little bit like a horse.
But here it is.
But that's a good thing.
Now they say, I mean, in terms of the tourism here, it's quite a big boost to the economy.
Well, the trail rides, there are a few trail riding businesses in Langley. and that makes a difference. And actually, several of our horses go to one of the therapeutic riding places, Valley Therapeutic.
Okay. And what do they do there? What is it?
They take children and adults with special needs, sometimes physical, sometimes cognitive, and put them on horses.
Yep.
In the summer, they open them up about once a week for people to come and practice with their coaches going over the jumps. And then they have a few shows culminating with a really big one in mid-August with some very high-level riders. So you will see horses galloping across this field.
Well, thanks for the ride, Joanne. That was fantastic.
You're most welcome.
We're off now to learn a little bit more about the city, meeting country, and horses, equine sports side of the business.
The equine industry in Langley alone is over a $75 million industry, and that's just during the summer months.
Welcome back to Fraser Focus, local faces and local places. Right now we're here at the Thunderbird Show Park in Langley, learning more about the horse industry.
Ever since Thunderbird was built, which is 15 years ago at its new facility, barns are moving from what was Southlands, where everyone used to be located, down out to the valley. Property's a little cheaper, you can get a bigger place, you can house more horses, and so everybody is centered around this area. It's incredible.
I really don't want to see that there. Is she okay? You gotta learn how to fall, right?
Definitely. You're not a horseback rider till you've fallen 100 times.
Get him a little awake now. Give him a little spur now. And now just keep your rhythm.
It is expensive, but I mean, so is any other sport, really. When you get really into it, it becomes more than a hobby, and horseback riding and the horse community is more than just a sport. It's just like any other sport where you have to train, you have to put in the man hours, you know, you have to spend the money and spend the time. So, I mean, it's right on par with every other sport out there.
Okay, I'm coming up.
Everybody's on the phone.
I know.
Everybody's
Business to do before you go in.
They say you shouldn't text and ride. What kind of revenue are we talking here? We're talking a multi-million-dollar industry when we talk about the equine industry here in Langley.
Exactly. The equine industry in Langley alone is over a $75 million industry, and that's just during the summer months. They're actually doing another economic development study just to show the impact that it has, because it keeps compounding and growing.
So when we talk about equine industry, well, I mean, people think about, okay, so sporting events, they think about barn stables. What else are we not thinking about? There's veterinarians.
Yeah, exactly. It includes all that. It includes farriers, there's vets, there's animal hospitals. A lot of the people in British Columbia and in Langley are recreational riders, so they're not always into sport, but they enjoy watching sport. So even though the horses may have been in sport pastime, the horses still have a life after their sport, which then goes to recreation.
You know, when we talk about how many people are employed in the industry, positions that you may not think of, there's a course being held here for design.
Absolutely.
Course design.
Yeah, course designing it's a real art and skill. A lot of people do it because they have ridden in the past and they want to contribute to horse shows. A lot of people just are doing it to learn, so that if they're teaching their clients back home, they build a proper course and you learn the basics. And so we're very fortunate to have Peter Holmes, which is an FEI level 3 course designer in BC, and so he's actually doing the clinic right now.
Keep it simple. Don't get complicated. Courses are the integral part of the sport, and the horses come in to jump a course, and it's a new course. They've never seen it, and somebody is responsible for designing a pattern, setting up the route to challenge the horses, but also to be fair and encourage the horses to progress and develop.
So I'm just going to go left because the horse is going to come.
So how long do I have to pick up that rail? Like in between? How long is it, like
well,
a matter of seconds or?
No, we don't run now. We walk out.
So now I'm part of the course crew here as we pick up the rail. So on the other side. Okay. And that's it. My job as course crew member is complete.
There's two parts to it. There's the design part, which is the paper part and the technical part, and then there's the reality of physically putting up the jumps and be responsible for that part.
So all these students in here would not only design it, they'd be out there
Building it as well.
Building
yes.
it as well.
That's
Okay.
the part that separates a lot of people. A lot of people are interested in design, but once they realize they also got to put
Bit
up
of
the jumps.
elbow grease, get
yes,
down there.
that limits the field right away. So the space always has to be big enough the horse can go through comfortably, small enough he's not going to go through.
And tell me about why you signed up for this course.
I signed up because I've always been interested in course designing. I've been a trainer in the area for a number of years, and course designing has been one of those things that's always interested me. I've always wanted to get involved with it. It's like the artist in me.
You know, we're very unique here in British Columbia. We are literally the only one that has this many horses per capita.
And I'm seeing a lot of flags here. It's really an international event that you have going on here at most times of the year.
Most times of the year. This is actually the start of our 2016 Gateway Series. So this is the introduction when people come and they start getting familiarized with Thunderbird and they get their horses out for the first time of the year, and they really ramp up to our international shows, which are during the summer.
You're watching Fraser Focus. We're learning more about the equine industry here in Langley. We'll be right back.
In less than 30 years, our population will double to around 300,000 people.
Hey guys, welcome back to Fraser Focus, bringing you stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area. In the last few weeks, we have been profiling our different communities. Chilliwack, Mission, Abbotsford. We're now here in Langley, and one of the hot commodities is real estate. Let's check out how it's trending.
Well, Leah, I've been in the industry for 12 years now, and I've been in Langley for around 10 years, and I've just seen the communities grow and expand in lots and lots of new homes, new detached houses, condos and townhouses. It's just exploding.
Why do you think it is?
Langley goes from 196th Street way out into the 270s.
Okay.
In Aldergrove. So Langley Township has tons of space for expansion. So this is the kind of home that really sells well in this area. A beautiful big home in a nice neighborhood with lots of amenities nearby.
This was a set that we purchased
But the little
years ago,
bench over there was my mom's, and so I kind of would like to take that with me.
Her plant stands, were they hoping to have those as well?
This is a beautiful home. Why do you guys want to move?
Well, just some things that were changing in our life. I've been a pastor for quite a long time, so I'm actually going to be going and serving a church in Denver, Colorado. We've known Alistair for a number of years. I mean, back the first church I came out here to lead, he was attending back when he was single.
So we're here at a beautiful new listing that we've just signed the paperwork on last night. And Dave over here is doing a drone video of the house and the back area here in the Nickel-Meckle.
Do you do this for every house or just select ones if they want it?
It's something we've been doing more of, and it's something that we're incorporating into the marketing to give our clients' homes an advantage over the competition.
It's gone.
These things all together help to create a lot of interest from people as far away as Vancouver and North Van who are coming out, and then they're paying high prices for homes.
Well, I don't want you to be showcasing the place that you're showing to me to everyone, because then they might buy it, and then what am I going to buy?
Not to worry, we'll make sure we find you the perfect home. You're going to love it.
Is this my new place?
Okay, so this is an example of what I do for our clients who are selling their home. I bring in a company who does a laser measurements of each floor, and then they digitally insert furniture and beds and things like that so you can see exactly how the space can be used.
Why are more and more people coming this way, or getting into the real estate market here?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think a lot of it is folks from Vancouver who are deciding to downsize or commute out now that the new Port Mann Bridge is here. They can put a lot of money in their pockets when they sell their house in Vancouver, and they can move out here and buy a beautiful home for much less money. And so you're getting a ton of new people coming for that reason. Oh, look at these.
I love my blinds.
These are beautiful. I like the...
Were you in Langley before, guys?
No, we were in New Westminster.
Okay.
And lived there for 40 years and decided, well, it's time.
It's time. Why did you choose Langley?
Cheaper is a lot cheaper, yes.
Yeah.
But that's the only reason that you can get a place in Langley.
It's affordable, right?
Yes.
We keep talking about that.
Very affordable, but my goodness, it has a lot to offer. I love to walk. I have a block to save on foods, 2 blocks to the Walnut Grove Community Center.
She's a good promotion for Langley
yes.
here.
It's one of the premier community centers in the city. The other cool thing about Langley is that it's growing by leaps and bounds. In fact, it's the fastest growing city in southern BC. And predictions and forecasts are that in less than 30 years, our population will double to around 300,000 people. And all those
Crazy.
people are going to need homes.
And you're going to be there to provide them with one.
Well, 30 years from now,
You're hoping to be retired. Okay.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I love what I do. Maybe I still will be working full time.
It was pretty cool to check out the township and city of Langley. And that is it for this episode of Fraser Focus, bringing stories from beyond the bridge in the South Fraser and Fraser Valley area.
Local places and local faces. Now, if you have a story that you'd like us to share, please feel free to contact us. I'm Dean Atwell.
And I'm Leah Bolton. Thanks for watching.